And I'm live. Let's see. Who do we have in here? We have nobody. Oh. I thought Melissa was in here. But, all right. Well, we'll wait for some folks to come in before we start. Oh, you are? Okay. Yeah, it's weird. I think it's YouTube. I don't know like where it reports how many people are in the live. I think it just I think the numbers are off. But anyways, hi everybody. How are we all doing? And welcome to the Wizard's Tower. Let's see, who do we have? Justin's in here. And hello, Melissa. Welcome. We got some more people in here, up to 4. So I'll give a few minutes for people to filter in. And we'll kind of review what we talked about last week, about dreams and and astral projection. Bear with me. I'm battling this cold still. Okay, what do you guys think of the witch's hat? Am I witchy? I know I'm usually sporting the wizard's hat, but I got this. And because I am, let's see. Well, I am being Elphaba, or the Wicked Witch of the West, for Halloween at work. Yeah, we're doing this Wizard of Oz theme. And and it's I kind of got drafted into being the Wicked Witch. I think it'll be cool. I got to shave this off. I'll paint it all green, and I'll be like, my pretties. So I make a good witch. I make a good bad witch, or bad good witch, or something like that. Anyway, so last week we talked a little bit about dreaming, astral projection, and lucid dreaming, and kind of the steps. Oh, hello, October. Hi. I gotta work on the position of the camera because it's up there, and I like looking at people, and kind of you can see me, but I gotta look down there at the computer screen to read, and down there at the book. Look at that. Oh, my face looks great when I do that. So we talked a little bit about, dreaming and the states of, dreaming, relaxation, REM. And what the heck is my cat doing? What are you doing? My cat's being crazy. Anyways, so yeah, we talked a little bit about that, and how when you, for me, it's right when you're kind of in that relaxed state, and you're just getting to right before you go into REM sleep is where you can kind of, for me, it's kind of, I don't know if it's like offshoot into astral projection. But that's how it is for me anyways. It's kind of hard to explain once you get to it. So here's what we're going to do. Because what we did is we talked about lucid dreaming. And what it is for me is when you get to that, it's almost at that same state when you're lucid dreaming where you can astral project. And it's funny because I did astral project the night before last. And what I did is I got nice and relaxed, laid down on the bed, and just stayed perfectly still, started as meditating, and just closed my eyes, meditating. And as I started falling asleep, I allowed I saw the images in my dream, but before I was sleeping, they started forming. And that's where you kind of stop and focus on the image, make it clear, and and then you start feeling that. It's weird. I feel like I'm almost sinking into the bed, and and you get that sinking feeling, along with you start seeing things come clearer and clearer in your mind. Yeah. Oh, hi, Earthy. Yeah, I'm doing a different hat. So, yeah, this is my Halloween hat. I'm going to be the Wicked Witch of the West at work. I can do this too. Woo! Wait, it's windy in here. So I kind of did that. But what I said last week is we want to kind of start with just the relaxation piece, and the and lucid dreaming. If you can get to that state, it's almost like the first step. And also, we talked about controlling our dreams and being able to pull ourselves out of dreams. I bring that piece up. Not many people that talk about astral projection talk about dream control and how to wake yourself up. And I've kind of decided to incorporate that in here because there's a lot of fear around astral projecting. There's a lot of people that feel like, I'm afraid I won't come back. Even though most experts agree that, you're tethered, and you really, when you wake up, you will snap back to your body. In this book, The Grimoire for the Apprentice Wizard by Auberon Zell, he describes it as, let me see, let's review. I think he said it was a silver cord. I find this in here. Yes. He describes it as a silver cord that's tethered to his body. In the other book, Soul Traveler, he just mentioned an elastic cord. But there's the cord. So for the people that are really afraid, that are really skeptic, I would say, as an additional level of safety. What? Dave, do you want Burger King? No, I don't need Burger King. I just finished an awesome bowl of turkey chili, and I got some broccoli rabe in the refrigerator. But you can get me a Diet Coke. Giving orders via YouTube. It's amazing. These lives are handy for something. So as I kind of a little review from last week and kind of touching on these things a little quickly, in case some of you weren't here last week or didn't watch the previous video. When I was a kid, I had nightmares, night terrors, and stuff like that. And I worked with a therapist. I went to therapy because it was pretty bad. And the therapist just was really good at dreaming. And I don't know, just had me work on being able to wake myself up out of a dream. And I described for me, and it's almost like a will yourself awake. You got to remember with dreams, especially in nightmares, that the reality is you are the dreamer, you are the one in control. And I know a lot of times you go into dreams and they're so real that you feel like you're along for the ride. But you get to the point where you realize that no, you can control your dreams to an extent. You're still along for the ride in your dreams, but when you're having a nightmare, for me, it's like in my dream, I hold my hands like this and I go, wake up, wake up, wake up. The three times, and then I'm up. So that's, I just chewed my cough drop. That kind of makes them work well. And that's kind of it's not required for astral projection, but if you're kind of a little afraid, practice and master that first. Because the thing is, if you have anxiety, right, you're never going to relax enough to astral travel, unless you're like me and you're like already doing it and you're thinking it's nice, because it's weird. Because when I was reading out of this book, even Aubrey Zell says, once you astral travel and you kind of can actually do it at will, you're going to realize that some of those dreams you had in the past were actually unintentional astral travel. It's interesting. So, hold on. Let me say, I'm going to read. So, Aubrey Zell has a big write-up in this book on how to astral travel. And I'm going to read that tonight. But what I'm going to look up here and see if he's got anything on lucid dreaming. And I should have prepared. I should have done that. And I don't know if he does. Yes, he does. 4142. So let's hop over to page 41 and 42, and let's see what we've got for lucid dreaming. Which I don't know why he doesn't have it together. All right. So here we go. It actually has a whole write-up on nightmares. So I'm going to kind of go through this. I'll read from this. And I know I didn't want to do this as like just me reading. Hold the book up like that, because like you see the top of my hat, and this just doesn't look good. But anyways, let's see what he says about nightmares. So nightmare literally means a monstrous black spirit horse that carries us away on a terrifying and uncontrollable ride through the dark and scary places. Nightmares are like a stuck replay with added dramatization and special effects of experiences too frightful to think of in our waking state. Yeah, I can agree. I don't know about the dark horse. I've never seen the dark horse, but that might be a metaphor. But it is. It's terrifying, when you have them. I think we all have had nightmares from time to time, right? In very young children, such nightmares may be remembrances of a tragic death in a previous life. Interesting. Especially if they died by violence. These night terrors can be so frightening that they cause insomnia, the inability to sleep. And that is true. I mean, I went through a bit of that. It's like it came to the point where I couldn't sleep. And I think that kind of translates to this day. I literally, so I actually track my sleep, and I might incorporate that, not tonight, but maybe into next week's class. But I use my Apple Watch and an app to track my sleep. But anyways, let's move on. Throughout my own early childhood, I was haunted by nightmares in which I kept reliving my last death. I had died of a heart attack, and I experienced this as if I was falling backwards down a bottomless well, with the world I knew shrinking into a smaller and smaller circle until it was gone from my sight. And I kept falling endlessly through the total darkness until I awoke as a baby in my new life. It's an interesting dream. I've had that falling dream. I have done that, believe it or not. I still have that falling dream, but mine's a little bit different. It's like it's not pitch black or dark. It's just endless falling. And for me, it's like I'm looking up and I'm just seeing kind of all white, and I'm just falling. And I'm just waiting to crash at the bottom, Okay, let's continue. Another source of nightmares can be traumatic experiences in the current life. Children and even adults who have been exposed to violence or abuse live through tragic accidents or fires, especially if others have died, or who have had severe and life-threatening illnesses, or experience other traumas, will have nightmares in which they will continue to relive those horrors, often symbolically. Yeah, dreams are very vivid images in dreams. Particularly frightening, nightmares are sometimes caused by a disconnection between the brain and the body, as one is falling asleep or just waking. The Japanese, who have long known of this phenomenon, call it, oh my God, out of respect for my tongue, I don't think I'm going to say this word. Let me try. Kanashibari. And Western researchers refer to it as sleep paralysis. About 4% of all people experience it regularly, and 40 to 60% at least once. Some hear disturbing sounds and incoherent voices. Others hallucinate evil supernatural beings or creatures. Most find themselves unable to move or speak and feel a weight on their chest. Also common are sensations of levitation, flying, and passing through spiritual tunnels, all with great sense of dread and terror. Yeah, and I read somewhere else that night terrors. So when you sleep, I don't know if most people realize this. I mean, probably with the exception of me sometimes when I'm tossing and turning, but literally when you're in deep sleep, your body can become paralyzed. And matter of fact, it's part of the sleep cycle. You don't know it because you're sleeping. And when you wake up, obviously you wake up and you're not in that state anymore. And what happens sometimes is the brain wakes up before the body. It gets out of sync. And you're there and you're awake and your eyes are open, but you can't move. I've heard of that. I've had that sleep paralysis, and I've had that. I don't have it regularly, thank goodness. I had it more often as a kid. Let's see any comments. Papa Squirrel, hello. Yeah, let me pop in here and say hello to people. Hi, Papa Squirrel. Hi, Papa Squirrel. Welcome. Hi, Renee. I'd love to get in here and say hi to people. And there's the love of my life, Conjurer's Table. So how are you guys doing? Hello, Papa Squirrel. So, anyways, reading on. He writes a book, Kanashibari. That's the nightmares, but those nightmares often involve shadowy, demonic creatures, such as the Dementors of Harry Potter's world, or Ringwraiths from Lord of the Ring. I guess that's close. When I had night terrors, and I did see shadow people, again when I was younger. It was just more of silhouettes with no faces, and white eyes. But it's something like that. Many such creatures have been identified in myth, such as succubi and incubi, who lie upon sleepers and have sex with them, or ugly old hags, goblins, and ghosts that squat on the sleeper's chest and choke them. Succubuses and succubi and incubi, they're more sexual in nature. There's a really old movie that when I saw it as a kid, which is probably why I had lots of nightmares, I think it's called Incubus. Give it a watch. It scared the bejesus out of me, but then again, I was younger. The lethenfold is a floating black cloak that envelops and suffocates its victims. So these are all different images that people experience in these nightmares. And the fire-eyed black demon horse we call the nightmare is common to many cultures. Many alien abduction experiences may explain this kanashibari. The best antidote to all types of nightmares is to learn to seize control of your dreams through lucid or clear dreaming. You can wield spells and powers to combat these monsters of the dark, just as in a video game. In fact, a video game is a very good way to visualize the dreaming when you are having nightmares. That's interesting. I've never really. That's interesting. So this is the first time I'm reading this part of this book. I didn't realize, and that's something I'm actually going to try the next time I have a nightmare. I'm going to just conjure up something and kick the monster's ass. Because usually, like I say, I just pull myself out. I just will myself right out of the situation and I wake up. And he has in here an anti-nightmare spell. Interesting. Hang a dream catcher or a small wreath of gray feathers over your bed to prevent nightmares and bring restful sleep. And I have a dream catcher that I got from a local store that's run by Native Americans. So it's actually a Native American made dream catcher. A pyramid-shaped crystal under your bed will protect you from psychic attack in your sleep. Hang up a red onion and place mugwort under your pillow to keep away evil spirits. Then set a magic circle of protection around your bed each night before you go to sleep. Like this. Stand in the middle of your bed. I sit. Hold up a small mirror, such as a makeup mirror, facing outwards so that the walls of your bedroom are reflected. Right? So you're going to sit on the bed, hold the mirror outward from you. Let's see, where am I reflected? Turn around docile or clockwise in a complete circle and visualize a circular reflective wall spreading outward from the mirror in your hand, as if you're on the inside of a mirrored Christmas tree ornament. I don't get that analogy, but you know what I'm saying. As you do this, say, circle of light surround my bed. All fears of night gone from my head. May peaceful dreams come into me. As I do will, so mote it be. So that's a cute little spell if you're having nightmares. Yeah, that's interesting. Now, I wanted to touch on that. Let's see how long have we been going? Because now we have the section on lucid dreaming. Let me make sure I put a bookmark in here. I don't want to lose the astral projection part. So lucid dreaming, and if anyone's, let me pop in here. Papa, let's read a few comments. Papa Scroll says, "I've had a shadow man recently. It's time to ask him. It's time to ask him to leave. He's overstayed his welcome. This guy is new, different, with a hat, tall, and a cloak." Yeah, I mean, I think they vary in appearance. But yeah, you can just ask them to leave. Like I said, I just will myself awake, and that's just, I learned that as a kid, because I mean, I think a young child, the easiest way is to just wake up. Let me see. Little Dandelion says, "I've had sleep paralysis once, but I don't remember what I saw fully. I saw something though, and it was a bit creepy." Absolutely. No. And October says, "Oh, I have a shadow man, no faces." Yes, that's what mine looks like, no faces, and I just see eyes. So anyways, let's go on to lucid dreaming. So actually, before we move on to lucid dreaming, yeah, keep handy that spell. And the thing is, think about it, it's all intent. And go back and wonder if I can post this somewhere. Maybe I will take a picture of this spell and post it in the Facebook group. But it's real easy. Circles of light surround my bed. All fears of night gone from my head. May peaceful dreams come to me. As I do will, so mote it be. You know, when it's all intent, you can kind of make up your own little rhyme if you would. All right. Another charm against nightmares goes like this. Oh, here's another one. Thou evil thing of darkness born, of tail and wing, and snout and horn, fly from me from now till morn. And it's another one. So I guess that was written by Valerie Worth. Not sure who she is. And Lucian's home. Lucy is home. So anyways, lucid dreaming. So there's another world we may enter through dreams, which is sometimes called the dream time or the dreaming. This is a psychic realm we share with all other dreamers, both human and non-human. And it has its own established landscapes and geographies. Within the dreaming are the countries of fairy, the afterworlds of all faiths, the realms of gods, spirits, and ancestors, and all of the fantasy worlds of myth and story. And within the dreaming, you can be or do anything you can imagine. When you have learned to clearly visualize anything you want, you will be ready for the next step. This is called lucid dreaming. Oh my God. Wow. This is called lucid dreaming. The idea is to be conscious in your dreams so you can go places you want and do things intentionally and remember them while you wake. So yeah, I mean that's like what I was describing last week when I sometimes, like when I'm traveling, I leave like the TV on at a hotel room and I just wake up and I dream that I'm part of the conversation that I'm listening to. And, you know, and it's like I wake up and it's like, wait a minute, I kind of went there in my dreams. So when you go to bed at night, use the skills you have already learned of meditation and visualization. Lie down, close your eyes, put yourself in a meditative trance, and begin to visualize that you are walking along a path. As you go along, various things will begin to appear that are that you are not visualizing intentionally. Yeah, the images come to be almost. It's hard to explain. For me, it's like it's fuzzy at first, and then it clarifies, and then they start to take shape. I lost my place. Hold on. So the first things will begin to appear. Blah blah blah. Okay. As this happens, you will be entering the dreaming. Stay conscious, but let these unbidden visions come. When you are fully in the world of dream, hold your hands up in front of your face. Turn them around. Open and close your fingers. As long as you can keep seeing your hands and controlling them, you will be in control of your dream self. So obviously you're doing this in your dream. You're not literally picking up your hands. Another important part of lucid dreaming is to visualize and hold images of your wand, athame, and other magical tools. Yeah, bring them in with you because they, a wand in the dreaming, works like a wand in Harry Potter, if you would. Try to see yourself wearing your magical robes in your dreams. This will help you maintain your dream persona as a wizard. Okay. In this state of lucid dreaming, you can become the most powerful magician you can imagine. Use your wand or other tools in your dreams, just like in a video game. You can transform things. So basically what he's saying is this is kind of the step before your astral traveling. You're kind of in this world. And he calls it the dreaming. I've always called it the in-between, because it's kind of in between, being awake and REM sleep as I visualize it. But the key of it is to stay in control and actually be able to consciously interact with your dreams. If that makes any sense. Let's see. I've got a question here, Papa Squirrel. Can things come back with you potentially if you're in this state? There's a debate on that. I have never heard of that happening. So I don't think so. But there are some that say that can happen. I really don't think so. But I would be careful. It's not so. It's like so. Let's take a detour to Hollywood for a second, and one of my favorite movies, Insidious. Right? They refer to the astral world as the further, and you're in there, and there's dead monsters all around. And lucid dreaming is not like that. It can be a very many things. It could be a bright meadow. It depends on what that image, comes into fruition. I was lucid dreaming the other day, and I was just walking down the path, and it just was a brick path in like this medieval kind of, fairy tale land. And, there were other people around, just kind of, it was just kind of like, yeah, this place. No one tried to, grab me and do anything like that. And a lot of times in my lucid dreams, I can fly. It's one of my magical powers. And which is, that also stems from a reoccurring dream I have a lot, the dream of flight. Let's see. My own, let's see. I lost my place again. Yeah, just like in a video, you can hurl fire or levitate. So that's what I do, and develop all the skills, all of the skills that your mind can bring about, right? Because you're in control of your dream. That's the whole point of lucid dreaming, is to stay in control of your dream. You will be able to challenge and defeat your nightmares and enjoy wonderful adventures. That's the key. Is just taking control of your nightmares and defeat them. Hi.
Oh, sorry. His face scared me.
Oh, how nice you are.
Just kidding.
Let's see. My own favorite things, and this is Auberon saying in his writing, my own favorite thing to do in a lucid dreaming is levitating and flying. Oh, wow. Okay. I have something in common. I pull myself up to float about a foot off the ground, and then I swim through the air, exactly as if I was swimming underwater. Sometimes just at room level, and sometimes soaring like an eagle high above the treetops. Every time I study how I do this, every time I study how I do this very carefully, hoping that one day I'll be able to carry this skill back into the waking world. I don't think that's going to happen. Mine's a little different. I have in my dreams, I have like this magic cloak, and it literally just looks like a windbreaker jacket, right? And I hold the bottoms and I spread it out, and I can just jump up and I can fly, kind of like a bird. That's kind of like my lucid dream. And he says, the whole trick here is to remain conscious, as with every discipline. The main thing is practice.
Main thing is to keep the main thing, as my dad always said.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. Go ask my dad.
I'll ask him at Christmas. Yeah, as with every discipline, the main thing is practice. Do this every night, and you will get good at it. Time can be stretched within the dreaming, so that a few hours asleep can seem like days or longer. And if you practice your magical skills in the dreaming, where you have all the time in the world, you will also increase your magical abilities in the waking world. So that's kind of the description of lucid dreaming. And it's something that is going to take a fair bit of practice. And like I said, the trick, like I said last week, the trick for me is because I used to, as a kid, sleep with the radio on, and I would slip into that conversation, and that's how I kind of first got into lucid dreaming. Now, of course, like I said, I close my eyes, I just get nice and relaxed on the bed, like I'm meditating, and I allow, I'm looking into the blackness that's my closed eye as I relax and relax and relax, and I see those images, and then I'll find something in that image, the first image I see, and just focus on it. You focus on it, don't force it. You just stare at it and just focus and let it get clearer in your mind. And that's basically the portal into the lucid dream world. Another section in this book, I guess, as he has a whole chapter on dreaming, is journaling or journeying and dream walking. Well, let's see what that is. As you master the skill of lucid dreaming, you will eventually be able to set a course within the dreaming to a particular astral realms, places, times, and dimensions, such as fairy, the afterworld, historical areas, even though this is astral. Journeying is astral projection. Afterworld, blah 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 blah. You will be able to fly to such places by levitation, or even transport yourself instantaneously by teleportation. Never got to that point, but I have flown to different places, and it's like it's like I spread my wings and I fly to these places. Fly like an eagle. So you'll be able to fly to places, blah blah blah. You will be able to seek out, meet, and converse with anyone you wish, living or dead, real or imaginary, including dragons, totems, spirits, gods, and goddesses. But beware, some of these places and encounters can be very dangerous and can trap the unskilled, unprepared, or unwary. Let's see what he has to say. I've never experienced that, but let's see. There are places that you really don't want to go. Don't attempt such journeys until you have mastered control of your own dreams, of your own dreaming body. And when you have achieved such mastery, after years of practice, you may become a dream walker, able to enter dreams of others. But this is a great power and hence a great responsibility, and not for the novice apprentice. It is the ability used by shamans and psychic healers. Yeah, I don't think I've ever. That is something I probably wouldn't suggest right off the bat, as trying to enter other people's dreams. And that is something I won't attempt. I just think that's kind of. I don't know. It's kind of an invasion of privacy. I'll take a quick peruse through the comments. Let's see. Yes, Papa. Anything that is in the astral world can attach to you. Therefore, you should put up a protective circle around you in order for intended entities can't come back. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I do that inherently. Like, I always protect myself as part of my meditation routine. And when I astral travel, I start as a meditation. and you just want to imagine that circle around you. To me, it's a bright white bubble that I pull in to my skin. This is where really getting a good meditation routine down prior to attempting some of this stuff. So I'll tell you, two things I would recommend, and this hat is making my head hot. Two things that I would highly, highly recommend before astral traveling or, even trying to dream walk is master meditation and just master interacting with your lucid dreaming. You don't want to go any further before you kind of master those things. You want to be able to pull yourself out of that situation by waking yourself up, or defend yourself in that dream state. What's the matter, Lucian?
You did not put my mouthpiece in the freezer.
Oh, I forgot. Someone's cranky today. So let me see. So he has a story when he was young. When I was young, before I had acquired any discipline in my psychic abilities, I would sometimes find myself apparently accidentally dreamwalking in someone else's dream, as the images and symbols clearly did not belong to me. The most common of these wrong dreams were ones involving large numbers of snakes, often poisonous ones. These seemed clearly intended to be someone's worst nightmares, as if they belonged to Indiana Jones. Trouble was, I really liked snakes, and I was always finding them and bringing them home to keep in my terrarium. Yeah, that's kind of okay. I can't say I've done that. Like I said, I've never entered other people's dreams. I have had one experience that I was walking in a field, and
I've walked in the field too. Sorry.
Okay.
Keep going.
I was walking in a field, and just like in real life, I'm a clumsy ox. This was early on. I haven't mastered flying. And I tripped and I hurt my ankle. When I woke up the next morning, my ankle was sore for the first, 20 minutes that I woke up. Oh God, we have a kitty. All right, baby. All right, sit right here. So you do want to be careful. So let's see, how long have we been on? I think we'll kind of wrap up. I'm going to kind of do a recap, and then we'll wrap up here. I don't want to give you guys too much information at first, because I really want you guys to kind of master these things before you go into the astral world, or even dream walking, unskilled. You want to have a good foundation. So, why did I put the book down? It was 41, 42, wasn't it? Yeah. So, the nightmare spell, do the nightmare spell. Bye, Papa Squirrel. Sorry to bounce everyone, but I have to get ready for my live a little later on. Hope to see you there if you can. Bye. Okay. Yeah. What time? I'm not sure. What time's Papa Squirrel's live? Lucian, do you know what time Papa Squirrel goes on? Okay, we don't know, but we'll look for that. Yeah, because I'm going to kind of wrap this up. Halloween cat. Yeah. So this is some of the things that you want to take away from this live here. Try one of the anti-nightmare spells, and you can use that as just protection. Use that to protect yourself, and again, practice meditation. Just lay down really still. In your, preferably in bed in the dark, nice and relaxed. Lay down really still, nice steady breathing, and just relax. And you want to really relax your entire body. Let it fall into the bed. Let it be really relaxed. And I usually lay on my back, straight out, arms by my side, and just let it sink into the bed as you relax. And focus on the images in your focus on the images. Just look when you're sleeping, look straight ahead and focus and let those images take shape, and kind of see what comes of it. Also practice dream control. Remember that you can control your dream. As you see that image take place, find yourself walking down the path towards it, but envision like a magic wand or an athame or a magic staff with you that has, I like imagine I have like the Elder Wand from Harry Potter. It's not the Elder Wand, but like it's my dream. I have the most powerful staff or wand in my dream. So I know I have the power to defend myself. And it's kind of like state of mind, or kind of, I don't know if state of mind's the right word, but I think you know what I'm saying. It's your dream. You make things up as you go. And I'm in my robe and I've got my magic wand and I'm gonna Wingardium Leviosa. Matt, right now, Wingardium Leviosa.
Are you in the beyond?
I think you are. So on theory, when whispers, on to my next thing. Yes. I had mentioned that last week. And it is something that absolutely, if you guys don't do it yet, get a notebook, keep it by your bed, or what's even handier, which I'm going to do. I have a notebook, but I'm going to do something different. I got my phone and I take and what I'll do is I'll load up the, what they call that app. It's like recording on the iPhone. It's basically the voice recorder. Oops.
Come here, puppies.
Yeah. It's this thing called Voice Memos on the iPhone. And I'm sure Android has the same thing. And what you can do is you're going to catch it as soon as you wake up. So you wake up, and the first thing you do is, what was my dream? What was that? Ponder it, replay it in your head so you burn it in, and then record it, describe it into the phone. Press record and be like, okay, I was here, I was doing this, I was doing that. And that's a quick way to get, a dream journal started. So you want to kind of start journaling your dreams, and you start analyzing them, and you can start seeing where you're going in your dreams. Either that or write them down. So definitely start the dream journal, and meditation, dream journal, and try lucid dreaming. So, and at that, we're going to stop here. Didn't want to go too long because there was a lot of information. I think next week we're going to continue on here. Let me see. How long is dream discovery? Do you guys want to? How many guys? We got 60. Do you guys want me to continue on and talk about dream discovery, or should we hold that till next week? What do you guys think? I mean, it's only been 50 minutes. I could probably get through this in about a half hour. This, but what do you guys think? Melissa says, sure. All right, let's all right. Let me read Dream Discovery. I want to see what that is. Dream discovery is a specific kind of lucid dreaming whereby you set an intention to dream about a specific thing. Okay, yeah, we touched on that. So, dream discovery is a specific kind of lucid dreaming whereby you set an intention to dream about a specific thing. Here's what you do: get your dream journal, give it a title, right? Put your intention, write it down in your dream journal on the page where you're going to write your notes. Set your intention. Usually, in order to solve a problem, gain an insight, design a symbol, or visualize your project, such as a painting, sculpture, music, etc. So, yeah, you can set this attention, lucid dream, to solve a problem, or create. You can, because when you're in that lucid dream, you have kind of more power than in the waking world. I have used this technique to create unicorns, conceptualize statues I intend to sculpt, make architectural designs, plan magazine and book layouts, and create logos for various groups, such as the wizardly logo you see here. Let me show you. I guess he created this logo in a dream. You see that? Interesting. That's pretty cool. Can't say I've ever done that. You see, one of the most famous instances of dream discovery was that of the ring structure of benzene. Until Kekulé, I can't pronounce some of this stuff, made the discovery, molecular structures in chemistry were conceived as linear, being straight line. Okay, let me start this over again. One of the most famous instances of dream discovery was that of the ring structure of benzene. Well, that must be a chemical. Until Kekulé, I guess that's the guy's name, made the discovery, molecular structures in chemistry were conceived as linear or being straight lines. This, however, did not explain many properties of benzene. Kekulé was trying to figure out a structure without much success. When the solution came to him in a dream, he described this experience to an assembly of scientists who had met to communicate his discovery. And yeah, I guess that's this. This is the you can't see it. This dim light is the you can barely see it. Let me see. If I go back. Ugh. All right. Well, this ring light is not helping. But yeah, I guess that was I guess he discovered it in a lucid dream. First, you must become completely obsessed with the discovery you are trying to make. Read everything you can to find out about it. Search the internet. Question everyone you know. So basically, get yourself aware. Really, really get all of like the info you want to do or you want to dream about, and set that intention strongly, and then do that in the dream. Before you go to bed, spend a while staring at your college, trying to memorize. I don't know what that means. Every detail you. Collage. Okay, I guess he's saying make a collage of what the problem you're trying to solve. So before you go to bed, spend a while staring at your collage, or I would say reviewing and just kind of pondering the thing that you're trying to solve. Try to memorize every detail. You should be able to visualize it clearly in your mind when you close your eyes. Yeah, that's important. You want to be able to, let's say you're trying to write a song. All right. Picture or visualize like the instruments, how they sound, which instruments you're going to have in it, like a guitar, drums, this, that, and the other. Have it all visually in your mind. That way you can kind of combine it together in the dream. That makes sense. Yeah, visualize it clearly in your mind when you close your eyes. Put a notepad and a pencil beside your bed along with a glass of water. Write down a specific question on a piece of paper, and place it under your pillow along with a little dream pillow. Dream pillow, that's kind of like a little, it's kind of like a mojo bag or a juju bag, whatever, but you put it inside your pillow. And some great herbs to use for that: mugwort, a lot, and some other dandelion, a lot of third eye stuff. Then, in the same way you learned earlier to remember your dreams, like we were talking about before, writing them down, dream recollection. Just before you lie down to sleep, take a drink, make an affirmation as you do, so that all the pieces will come together in your dream. Affirmation is set that intent, basically, and you will see the solutions you're looking for, and you will remember it when you awaken to take another drink of water. So yeah, it's basically he sometimes gets a little weird and wordy in this book, but basically what you want to do is, what I do when I want to solve a problem is I'll write the problem down on a piece of paper, and maybe like I would give myself some suggestions of things that might solve the problem, but you don't know. It's a problem. You're trying to solve it.
Tammy has a question.
Weber, yes, what's your question? Oh, this hat makes my head hot. My wizard hat's more venti. When I go to bed, I take 800 milligrams of Seroquel. Would it be a better idea for me to practice lucid dreaming in naps? I'm not sure. What is Seroquel? I'm not sure what that is. Like a sleeping pill or sleep, I'm not sure what that is. Lucid dreaming in naps. Oh, a sedative. I would say that's a good one. I would say try when you go to bed, because sometimes sedatives help you get into a relaxed state. Sometimes they just kind of are like a freight train right into REM sleep. So I would say try. You know what I'm saying? I would say, take your sedative, set your intent, lay down, relax, and try. If the sedative is too strong, yeah, it might just kind of zonk you right out, and that put you right under. I mean, I know, like, I will take like the indica form of cannabis, which is kind of like a light sedative, and that actually helps me get into that relaxed state, total body relax. Any of the cannabis users out there, you might have heard the term head high, body high. Well, body high is a state of relaxation, and it helps you get this part relaxed, and the brain kind of goes with it. So short answer is I would try taking the sedative and just try lucid dreaming. If that doesn't work, yeah, do it as a nap without the sedative. Yeah, give it a try. The worst thing that could happen when you try is it don't work. You could try both ways. Yeah, I forgot where.
Did you switch the camera to the door when I came in?
Did I switch the camera to the door?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Why? Anyways, we've been on an hour. We're going to wrap it up here. So we're all clear about your your homework, meditation, dream journal, and meditation, dream journal, lucid dreaming, and try a protection spell. If you have a dream catcher, put that over your bed and fly with your witch hat. Oh, you could use this to fly. You can go like, wee. All right, guys. So we'll end that here. Next week, we'll talk a little bit more about dream discovery, and then we'll go into astral projection and how to astral project in here. We'll read Auberon Zell's steps for astral projecting. I'm sure it'll be entertaining. Does anybody now, before I go, I know I was trying to kind of read through a lot, and I really didn't pay too much attention to the chat. Does anybody have any questions? Now's the time. Let's ask them now. I'll hang around for a few more minutes, and we'll see if we have any questions. Can I have a French fry?
No.
And did you get me a drink?
No.
I did ask one.
No.
I
didn't.
They're my witness. Yeah, everyone like and subscribe. So yeah, so I guess no questions. Yeah, see, they're saying a Diet Coke. See, my witnesses witnessed.
Oh, well, sorry, I didn't see that because you took forever to respond back to me.
It was like 3 seconds.
No.
Anyways, guys, thank you for joining. Do you guys like this this topic? It seems pretty interesting, and I'm kind of learning more. Like I said, I don't have the book handy somewhere where I put it, but that book I'll show you next week. That book called Soul Traveler, you can get it from Amazon. That's a very good book. That's a little bit, it's an easy read. Oh, let me see. Melissa says, can I pick your brain about my dreams someday, Dave? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. If you want, Melissa, we could either, do a video chat or I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, if you ever have any questions about dreams or a particular dream you're having, let me know. I will do my best to see if I can interpret it. Some I can. Some dreams, my dreams are just weird. I've given up on trying to interpret my dreams. I sometimes, I think a lot of my dreams still are me astral traveling to some weird place. Yeah, but Melissa, mine are abnormal too. Like I said, yeah. And I think that's quite normal. I mean, this is what we should do. Keep that dream journal, and we can actually compare dreams if you want. All right, guys. If no more questions, don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you guys.
Bye,
and we'll
everyone.
be here the same time next week. Yeah, we'll talk more about it. Yeah, well, Web of Magic, that's what's her name? Tammy. I'm bad with names. Yeah. I've had this is what kind of started me along this path of trying to master dreams and stuff like that. As I had night terrors too. All right, bye. I love you guys. Like and subscribe, share. Don't, if you know someone that's interested in this topic, share this with them. Share each other's channel. Check out Lucian's channel, The Conjurer's Table.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I always give him a plug, even though he never plugs me. Ow, he just hit me. Did you see that abuse? Did you see him hitting me?
Ow,
Look
ow, ow,
Look
ow,
it.
ow. This is abuse.
This is the abuse I put
You're
up
the
with.
one making me smack you.
All right, guys. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.